Hi, this is John at Happy Wife Acres, and today we're going to process rabbits. On this video, I am not going to show killing rabbits. I'm just showing the processing. You're going to see rabbits that have already been dispatched. But I do want to show you the equipment and the techniques and methods that I use that work for me. So compared to processing chickens, rabbits are so simple. I have this old swing set, but a tree limb will do. I've got something to hang the rabbit by the back legs. I've got paracord. You could use a shoestring, anything that'll hold a rabbit. I've got a garden hose. I actually have an elaborate butcher table for the outdoors, but I don't use it because it just kind of gets in the way. I've got two small buckets here, rabbit parts and whatever else I might need to catch. Got some towels. I have a very sharp knife. I have a pair of gloves to keep the rabbits from scratching me. I've got a tub down here full of water that I'll throw the carcass in once it's cleaned. And I've got a small table to work from. Also have a bucket for guts, heads, whatever other waste I have. The knife I'm using is a fillet boning knife with a curved edge, and it is extremely sharp, which is always the key in processing any animal. Make sure you have a sharp knife. I do want to talk just for a minute about dispatch methods. So I have been using the steel pipe. Just pick the bunny up, whack them on the head. That knocks them out until I can hang them and cut them so they can bleed out. Other people use a 22 shot to the head, the hopper popper, the broomstick method, and folks have their own favorite. You dispatch how you want to, whatever works best for you. I've now gone to this. It's a captive bolt gun. It's made by FD Dick. With shipping and everything, I think I paid $78. The bolt gun fits nicely in the hand, very light. You just pull this back, it locks, and you're going to use it on an apple. So you would place this on the animal's head, push the button, goes into the head. This stuns them. It doesn't kill them. It just stuns them so they are unconscious, and you can hang them up. You have about 20 seconds to do that. If you want to see how this works on an actual rabbit, the company does make a video of that, and I'll leave a link in the comments. So here's the rabbit. It has been dispatched. It's been bleeding out for about 2 or 3 minutes. I've gone ahead and removed the head. Some don't. I do. Do what works for you. Just want to show you my way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start on one of the thighs. I'm going to pinch the skin, and using my blade facing out, I'm going to puncture the skin, and I'm just going to work my way up, right up the leg, about as far as I can go. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I have done this by wetting the rabbit and not wetting the rabbit, and I'm going back to not wetting the rabbit. I am by no means an expert doing this, but I've done enough where I feel comfortable showing it to somebody. I'm going to take the skin, I'm going to pull it around. There's a tendon running up here, and I don't want to cut that tendon, so I'm going to puncture close to the skin that I've gathered, and then I'm just going to work my way back up. There it is. Okay. I'll do it on this side. I'm going to have to work quickly because the rabbit is moist and it's drying out in the air. Okay, so after I've done that, I can start pulling down the pelt on this side, and then on this side. It comes off very easily on a young rabbit. I'm going to get it past the meaty thigh. Okay. Once you've done that, I'm going to swing around to the back. Here's the tail. I'm going to again gather up the skin, because I'm going to push my knife through there. I'm going to go right here through the skin. Knife's on the other side. I'm going to pull this tail down. And I'm just going to come up with the knife, and it's going to cut off the tail as well as the anus. Okay. At this point, the pelt, fur, it's all free. You can pull the fur, and the whole thing will just slide right off over the front feet, and there's the fur. Now, because it's going to dry out, I am going to spray this, just keep it moist. So I'm going to start about in the middle of the belly, just get through the belly, but I don't want to puncture anything. It's going to come straight up. The bladder is right there. You see it? It's yellow. Don't want to puncture the bladder. Come right up to where the legs meet. I'm going to grab that bladder. I'm going to pinch it. If I give it a slow and firm tug, it should just come right out. There it is. And I usually just squeeze it onto the ground so it doesn't get in anything. Then here's the lower intestines, also the poop chute. So since I've already cut the anus off, if I just give this a slow, firm tug, it should just slip right out. And there it is. Okay. So I can go ahead and cut the belly just so I can get in there. But all the intestines are just going to flop out. There's the stomach, full stomach. Okay. So there's the intestines. On the inside here, there's a kidney and a kidney, one on each side. So I can just grab that and pull. I'm gonna reach in, grab the liver. Livers are delicious. If you like to eat liver, it's much milder than a chicken liver. There's the gallbladder right there. It's tougher than a chicken, so it's not as easy to break. You should just be able to grab it, pull it with your hand. There you go. Throw that away. Nice big liver. There's a diaphragm in here, which you will have to puncture. So you usually do it with your finger. Rip that open. That's where the heart and lungs are. Just reach in. You can usually grab the heart and lungs all at one time. There we are. Heart, 2 lungs, and there you go. There's your rabbit. I'm gonna spray it down. There will be parts of fur that get on there. There's some down here around the head. Just grab it, give it a good pull, or cut it off. Just inspect it before you eat it or sell it. I do use a pair of razor cutters or a utility knife. You can buy this at any big box store. Just give it a squeeze and the razor blade cuts it off. So that's the way I get rid of the front paws. Just cut. And cut. Little cleanup, and there you go. One rabbit. So it's probably about a 2-pound rabbit. They're a little small this time. I don't know why. Summer, maybe they don't want to eat as much. Normally I get about 2.5 pounds out of them. I just use a bucket that has cold water in it. They just chill there till they're all done. Then I go and package them. I do use a shrink bag, just like we do the chickens. And I just use a regular chicken bag. Kind of roll them up like this, and then they fit in the bag. And they will stay in the freezer good for over a year. Now let's do one more. Grab right here. Just going to work up the thigh, not cutting into the meat. Just want to go up along between the fur and the meat as high as I can go. I know there are folks that can do this in about 3 minutes. That's not me. Go around, gather the fur, go through, come up, cut that off. Should be able to pull down over the thigh. Pull it down. Gather it up in the back. Come through. Pull the tail down. Come up. Now you're free. Do need to check for genitalia here in the front. The boys seem to pull if it's not disconnected. I'm just going to pull this down. Pull down over the legs. It comes off. Middle of the belly. Stay away from the organs. Work my way up. Don't puncture the bladder. I'm going to come down a little bit. Bladder, slow, firm pull, out, poop chute, a slow, firm pull, sometimes this will break, that's okay, just get in there and clean it out. Intestines come out. Pull out the kidneys. 1, 2. Pull out the liver. Take out the gallbladder. You don't want that on your liver. It tastes nasty. Ruin everything. Take a look in there. There's the heart and lungs down there. Reach in, grab the heart and lungs. You can tell, but the heart's still beating. Just gonna cut off the front paws. Break the back legs. Cut through the tendons, the bone. There you go, one rabbit. Spray it down, remove any bits of fur, put it in the bucket. There it is, they grow to size in about 3 months. And if you breed 6 to 7 times a year and you have rabbits that produce 8 to 10 per litter, one buck and one doe will give you about 200 pounds of meat for your family. So you got a family of 4, 3 does, 1 buck, and you're feeding them meat all year long. And what do they eat? Well, they eat their pellets in the winter. But in the summertime, they eat weeds. I just go pick weeds out of the garden, give it to them, they're happy. Otherwise they eat a lot of hay and they say the pellets. Hope you enjoyed that, or at least found it informative. There are a lot of videos on how to process a rabbit. I am by no means the world's expert on this. This is just what's worked for me. I suggest you go take a look at a few others and do what's right for you. The important part is that you're getting fresh meat for your family, and that you're not making a mess of it and it's not too irritating. The hardest part about rabbits, of course, is just dispatching the rabbits. They're so cute and furry, and it takes you a while to build up to that level. But you know, once you've done a rabbit, once you've done a chicken, you can process just about any other animal. They're just bigger forms of those two. So thanks for watching. Loyal subscribers, thank you very much for watching. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. It's probably right over here. And we hope to see you soon on the homestead. All right, bye.